My neighbor asked me to babysit her kid for free because I work from home. When I said no, she called the cops on me. I've been working remotely as a graphic designer for 3 years now, and my neighbor Karen has always had this weird obsession with my schedule. She'd see me taking out the trash at 2 p.m. and make comments like, "Must be nice to have so much free time." Last month, she knocked on my door holding her 6-year-old's hand. She told me that since I was home all day anyway, I could watch little Braxton while she ran errands. I politely explained that I had client meetings and deadlines. She rolled her eyes and said, "You're literally just sitting on your couch. I've seen you through the window." I told her I couldn't help her, and she stormed off. The next day, she came back with a printed schedule, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. She had actually made a babysitting schedule for me without asking. When I said absolutely not, she got this scary look on her face and said, "You know, the neighborhood watch has been talking about you. A single woman living alone, working odd hours, packages arriving at all times of night. It looks suspicious." I laughed nervously and closed the door. My Amazon packages started disappearing. My car got keyed. Someone put a dent in my mailbox. One morning at 7 a.m., there was aggressive pounding on my door. I opened it to find 2 police officers standing there with Karen behind them, arms crossed and smirking. One officer asked if I'd been operating an illegal business from my home. Karen claimed I was running some kind of scam operation because I never leave for work and have constant deliveries. I invited them inside to see my home office setup. My 2 monitors, drawing tablet, and wall of client mood boards made it obvious. The officers apologized and left, but Karen stayed on my porch yelling that I was lying and that I owed the neighborhood childcare since I was always home. I called my landlord immediately. Turns out Karen had also called him twice that week, claiming I was subletting rooms illegally. He told me he'd already dismissed her complaints but wanted to give me a heads up that she seemed unhinged. That weekend, I saw her trying to peek into my windows while I was working. I waved at her and she scurried away. Monday morning, I got a letter from the HOA. Karen had filed a formal complaint that my presence during business hours was disrupting the neighborhood's daytime peace. The HOA president actually called me personally to apologize. Apparently, Karen had been harassing multiple neighbors, including an elderly man who was retired and a young mom on maternity leave. They'd all been documenting her behavior. At the next HOA meeting, they addressed Karen's pattern of harassment. Multiple neighbors shared their stories. The guy across the street was a night shift nurse she'd reported for being a possible burglar. The mom on maternity leave had been accused of fraud for being home with her newborn. The HOA issued Karen an official warning and told her any further harassment would result in fines. She tried to argue that she was just looking out for the community, but when they mentioned the police reports and false complaints, she went silent. 2 weeks later, I was working when I heard crying outside. I looked out to see Braxton sitting on the curb alone. It was 95 degrees out. I brought him inside, gave him water, and called Karen's number. No answer. After 30 minutes, I called the non-emergency police line. The same officers from before showed up. Braxton told them his mom left him outside as punishment for asking why I wouldn't babysit him. She'd told him to sit there until I changed my mind. Karen got charged with child endangerment. During the investigation, they found out she'd been leaving Braxton alone for hours while she ran her pyramid scheme sales meetings. CPS got involved. The kid went to stay with his grandmother in another state, and Karen moved out 3 months later. Before she left a note in my mailbox that said, "This is all your fault. You should have just helped me." I framed it and hung it in my home office as a reminder that no is a complete sentence.